This is an English translation of thy Bible that was published in the year of 2000. I will start with Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Verse 2. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was on the surface of the deep. God's Spirit was hovering over the surface of the waters. Verse 3. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Verse 4. God saw the light and saw that it was good. God divided the light from the darkness. Verse 5. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening and there was morning one day. Verse 6. God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Verse 7. God made the expanse and divided the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse, and it was so. Verse 8. God called the expanse sky. There was evening and there was morning, a second day. Verse 9. God said, "Let the waters under the sky be gathered together to one place, and to let the dry land appear." And it was so. Verse 10. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. God saw that it was good. Verse 11. God said, "Let the earth put forth grass, herbs yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit after their kind, with its seeds in it, on the earth," and it was so. Verse 12. The earth brought forth grass, herbs yielding seed, after their kind, and trees bearing fruit, with its seed in it, after their kind. And God saw that it was good. Verse 13. There was evening and there was morning, a third day. Verse 14. God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of sky to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years." Verse 15. And let them be for lights in the expanse of sky to give light on the earth. And it was so. Verse 16. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He also made the stars. Verse 17. God set them in the expanse of sky to give light to the earth. Verse 18. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. God saw that it was good. Verse 19. There was evening and there was morning, fourth day. Verse 20. God said, "Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open expanse of sky." Verse 21. God created the large sea creatures, and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarmed, after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind. God saw that it was good. Verse 22. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." Verse 23. There was evening and there was morning, a fifth day. Verse 24. God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind, cattle, creeping things, and animals of the earth after their kind." And it was so. Verse 25. God made the animals of the earth after their kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground after its kind. God saw that it was good. Verse 26, God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth."